So I'm 1 year into disc golf. I played my first tournament in January and I had too many discs in my bag. Alright, welcome back or welcome in. Now that I've cleaned the mess up that I made, we can get straight to the point of this. I played a tournament in January. And I didn't know what to grab. Like, reaching for my bag, I kept having little problems where it's like the same shot, I would have multiple discs for that. So I decided I needed to lean out and simplify my bag. There is still one slot that I'm troubling with, but I will get into that later and let you know kind of what I found as a stopgap, but there may be changes still to come with that specific slot. But anyway, if you watch the channel a little bit, you know my focuses. CT swirl, AB focuses. I like myself a point shoot putter. What the? All right, so I'm throwing into a crazy headwind, but yeah, I'm gonna throw all these discs once anyway, just so you guys see how they fly. And then you'll maybe kind of see why they're in my bag. Bread and butter in my bag, my bird. I love this disc. Call it what you will, I don't care. This disc is amazing. It does everything I need it to do. All in all, I love this disc. Cash. I actually replaced my zone with this. The zone, for whatever reason, the base level zone, I never truly liked the hand feel that much of it. There's something about the rim, it was too like angled, I guess. This is a little bit smoother and it definitely fits my hand a bit better, which is always a win. So this is my stable approach disc. Zone OS, overstable approach disc. You know what the Zone OS is. It's beefcake. Pretty straightforward. Use it for a lot of niche shots. Took it out of my bag once, instantly regretted it, so now it's back. Zone SS, I really need to learn this disc better because it should be way more versatile for me than it currently is. And right now I feel like I underutilize this disc and it's all on me. And I'm gonna get there eventually. At some point I will get that disc down, so just have faith. Flip, I love this disc. I love the stamp that you can literally flip it, boop, and it's the same. I don't know why. This is my understable mid. This thing is super flippy, as the name would lead you to believe. I do this for my turnover mid-range shots. I had a Meteor in my bag before, but it was never truly flippy enough for me. I would hyzer out more often than I wanted to, so I needed something that was a bit better for that slot, and that has worked really well. Simon Line Balance, this is like my go-to mid. I love this thing. And this is my overstable mid slot. This disc is great. Whenever it beats in enough to where it loses that perfect level of stability that it has, I'm gonna be very sad and be struggling to find a replacement, I think. The slot that I was talking about earlier that I am just lost on right now is my neutral mid. And when I say neutral mid, like my definition of a neutral mid and what I want from that slot is probably not the same stereotypical of what other people want, where they want like a point and shoot mid-range. I want something with a little bit of stability that if I throw flat has nice trusted fade, and if I put on a little bit of anhyzer, will flex back to flat and have that predictable flight. For whatever reason, I have a tendency to throw my mids with a little bit of anhyzer, so I want that kind of safety net to help protect me in those situations. And I want that consistent fade. MD3, I actually tried a more beat-in version of this, and it was too flippy, but I've only been able to test it in the wind, so I need another calm day. I'm debating between that and the Bel Air, but I think the Bel Air has a bit more overstability than I'm looking for from that slot. My Q-Line FD, this is very quickly becoming one of my go-to mid-ranges for that consistent fade and just straight pushing shot. And I can put this out to 325 to 350 if I really get on it. I kind of like that a lot. Then I have my function. This is my roller disc. I will occasionally, when I'm having fun, like if my round is going to crap and I just want to play around a little bit, throw this onto my crazy turnover lines just because it is so much fun to watch this thing just literally flip up and go. It's one of my favorite shots in disc golf. It's super satisfying to watch. And my Essence, this is my 300-foot big hyzer. Hyzer flip the flat, hit a gap disc. If you ever watch the Boylan videos, this is very heavily featured in those videos as I needed a gap hit a lot. We're actually looking at doing a doubles tournament, and if things play out well, first round will be at Boylan Acres again. So I am super excited for that possibility. We're hoping the team we're playing against will be on board with that, so we'll see. Then I have my sentimental pick here. First disc I bought, Champion Beast. For the first disc to buy, this was a way better choice than I ever could have imagined. This is before I knew anything about flight numbers. I just went in, I was like, oh, that looks like a driver, grabbed it. It's my pushing hyzer, put a little bit on Annie, and know that it'll flex back type of disc. The more it beats in, honestly, the more workable it gets. I do like this disc a lot, and honestly, I probably don't throw it as much as I should. PD, C-Line, this is my beefcake, my overstable driver. It also plays in my overstable fairway because I don't have that slot, so I'll just take a little bit off and throw this in that slot as well. I bought it specifically for something else, and then the way it flew actually fit that slot way better than I anticipated, so it's kind of just become a staple in my bag. Then my Fission Trail bomber disc, very sensitive to the angle. If you get the angle right, I can throw this disc 4 to 425, and this is the only disc in my bag that I can get that 425 ceiling with. I have one, maybe two other discs that I can get to the 400 mark with, but this one actually gives me the highest ceiling. But out of the three that have the potential for that 400 foot, it also has the lowest floor. Then on to the last two, I have my Q-Line DD3. I'm still learning this disc. I actually feel like I'm getting a little bit better with it as I've played the last couple rounds, as I'm kind of forcing myself to throw it more just so I can get a better understanding of what it does and what it wants to do versus what I'm attempting to force it to do. But I did throw this like 340 foot in that headwind yesterday. So when you see the clip of this flying, yeah, that's how far it went. I was kind of impressed. It turned and the wind just never let it go back. Then I have my destroyer, Halo, and it's pretty much what you expect from a destroyer. That overstable mid-range that I put on Annie and just let it flex shot. And it's what it does what destroyers do. I don't know which mold it is as far as year or anything like that. Jose actually donated that to me. I'm also keeping my eye out for an iBlend Emperor. I'm gonna be browsing used sections of shops as I go around. I'm really hoping to find one. I hear a lot of good things about them and I'm super curious to try it. And I do actually want to make a video on that as far as comparing it to see if it actually does do what it says that it does, or what people say that it does as far as the distance added and whatnot. But yeah, so that is my first year. To be fair, my actual anniversary date for disc golf I think is like March 8th based off of text messages. So I'm a little behind on the video itself, but all in all, that's where I'm at. I wanted to have a better idea of what my bag was gonna look like before I put this out. And I think I'm in a pretty good place moving forward where I just need to learn my discs. And I think that will help me drastically versus just swapping them out, because it's usually me as the problem, not the disc. So if that hurts your feelings, it probably applies to you too. You ready? Let's do it. Let's do it. All right, from diapers to drivers. You're supposed to do the thing.
Why?
Not that silly. Until next time. Be more happy.
That's my water.
That's my water.
That's
All
my
right,
water.
from diapers to drivers. Until next time.